Story number 51. Bullying, kindness wins. In Portland, Oregon, there was a 24-year-old man who was a TikTok influencer. He is a hipster dude who follows just about every trend under the sun. His name is Corey for Take. In October of 2025, he and his friends hopped onto the unfortunate bandwagon of the flip the camera trends, which is where a video shows a group of people performing random dance moves in a way that humiliates others for views, and then it flips the camera to the victim. This is such a corrupt trend, as it is a form of cyberbullying. All of the things that Corey and his friends learned about bullying in school went out the window. He uploaded the video to TikTok and YouTube. Corey is unfortunately full of himself and has an inflated ego, just like the average social media influencer. Corey was shocked when he saw that his YouTube video about the flip the camera trend had more dislikes than likes. He saw this in YouTube Studio. The video had a total of 1,667 likes and 201,750 dislikes. He then thought to himself, they hate this cause they ain't us. On November 1st, there was a 35-year-old man who scolded him in public for publicly humiliating others on TikTok for views. By now, he had sadly uploaded a 6th video of the stupid flip the camera challenge. Fortunately, all 6 of them were massively downloaded on YouTube, but Corey and his friends all thought that people were jealous of them, when they weren't. Corey's girlfriend, Tessa, falsely accused the angry man of being jealous of him, and then the angry man also scolded Tessa, and told her that he was not jealous of cyberbullies. The angry man said that God would judge them for that. Over the next couple of weeks, Corey continued doing this along with his friends, and they all went around doing the stupid flip the camera challenge. What's worse is that they started having the victims make funny faces, all the while unaware of the challenge, just to humiliate them even more for views. Then, on the afternoon of November 29th, Corey pulled a nasty prank on an 85-year-old man, where he told him to call a random phone number, and then as soon as he did that, he dumped a bucket of water and ice over his head, and then Corey was kicked out of the mall, and so was his girlfriend Tessa, for being an accomplice. Unfortunately, his girlfriend Tessa is not any better, because in 2018, Tessa was kicked out of a steakhouse for pranking a 20-year-old man by having him eat an Oreo for a surprise, and then as soon as he ate the Oreo, Tessa splashed a glass of fruit punch in his face. That man was humiliated for views. After getting kicked out of that steakhouse, she was banned from there for 6 months. And since the incident happened on August 30th, 2018, she was not allowed back until March 2nd, 2019. To add insult to injury, the Oreo the young man took a bite out of was a toothpaste Oreo. This time, Corey and his girlfriend were both banned from the mall for 2 years. Corey also received backlash for pulling such a corrupt prank on an elderly man, who is also wheelchair-bound. Tessa also received just as much backlash as well. Corey was being called out for cyberbullying, and he read a comment from a 15-year-old boy that said, "You're one of the biggest jerks. My parents won't allow me to watch your videos for a reason." This comment was posted under a news video that talked about the heated backlash. Corey's other friends, Hank, Toby, Macy, Frank, and Taylor, were also part of the controversy as well, since they participated in the flip the camera challenge and in the corrupt pranks that were posted online for views. The corrupt pranks they were pulling also counts as a form of bullying. On September 13th, 2025, Taylor attempted to pull a horrible, inhumane prank on a 22-year-old man, and as she was harassing him, he got furious. "Oh, leave me the heck alone, you massive jerk," said the 22-year-old man in a very demanding tone of voice. That prank took place near a river, and she attempted to have the 22-year-old man follow her and her other friends to a river, so that she could try to push him into the river as a prank, which was a messed up prank she attempted to pull. But fortunately, the attempt was an epic fail. There was another horrible prank that took place on January 30th, 2025, where Hank attempted to prank a middle-aged man by having him run on the parking lot and having him think that there's no black ice. But the man told him to go away, and Hank gave up after the middle-aged man was starting to get mad. Throughout December 2025, Corey and his friends continued with this horrible flip-the-camera trend, and now he was losing followers on TikTok, and also losing subscribers on YouTube. But then on December 11th, Corey and his friends were exposed online by a police officer when it was revealed that on August 2nd, 2022, Corey and his friends were all arrested for pulling a fake gas station robbery prank, where they stood in front of the gas station with a duffel bag stuffed with cash, making it look like they robbed the gas station. There was absolutely nothing funny about this prank, nor the other pranks the horrible posse pulled. How a lot of people didn't know about it was that Taylor, who was the one recording the video, had her phone confiscated by police upon being arrested, along with her other friends, and the recording was stopped and deleted by the police. The entire posse received 200 hours of community service, and faced a $10,000 fine for pulling such a horrible prank. This caused Corey's corrupt platform to lose followers very quickly. And then, Corey's TikTok account was terminated on the evening of December 11th. His YouTube channel was terminated 2 days later, and then his other social media platforms were also terminated on the following Monday. Then, on the evening of December 19th, Corey was walking the streets of Portland. And then he heard the true gospel from a street preacher, and Corey stopped and listened, because he was starting to feel empty inside ever since all of his social media platforms were terminated. Earlier in the week, Corey and his friends heard everyone saying thanks to him like, "Not so funny anymore, is it?" Or, "The horrible pranks from your posse were never funny in the first place." From the other people throughout the week, Corey was receptive to the gospel. He came to the Lord for salvation and got saved. On the following Sunday, in a conservative church, he shared his testimony, and most of the congregation was skeptical at first. But when they got to know him for the next few weeks, they saw that his conversion is legit. On the next day, Corey broke up with Tessa after Tessa was condescending towards the gospel, since he did not want to be unequally yoked. He also cut ties with most of his old friends as well, since most of them rejected the gospel. The only ones who were receptive to the gospel were Hank and Macy. As a result, Corey's friendship with Hank and Macy remains. During the recent events that happened, Corey realized that cyberbullying is wrong no matter what form it is. In early January 2026, Corey moved to a small town in rural Oregon, close to the Idaho border. His friends Hank and Macy moved with him also, and they began attending church at a conservative Reformed church pastored by Eric Krakow. Corey loved the new town he moved to, and so did his now small group of friends. Throughout the month, Corey was forming a new posse of friends who are brothers and sisters in Christ. After the church service on January 25th, Corey, Macy, and Hank shared their testimony about how they got saved. The congregation loved the testimonies. Corey, Macy, and Hank decided not to try to return to social media under new email accounts or anything like that, because ever since they got saved, their lives were improving a lot without social media. They truly felt great after doing tasks like reading the Bible and praying, and it was not a deceptive, superficial feeling. They each also landed jobs just after moving to the rural area. Corey opened up a cafe called Redeemed Living Cafe. In this cafe, Corey is the owner. Hank is the first pastry chef, and Macy is the first barista. The cafe opened their doors on February 2nd. The cafe was set to be closed on Sundays and federal holidays, and open from Mondays through Saturdays from 7 a.m. through 3 p.m. The cafe began hiring, and the cafe hired several pastry chefs and baristas. The baristas made all of the coffee and tea beverages, while the pastry chefs made all of the pastries and other menu items like avocado toast and lox toast. Cottage cheese flatbread is also an option for the sliced bread-based menu items like avocado toast for those who are keto. The three different toast options are whole grain, rye, and cottage cheese flatbread. The cottage cheese flatbread was said to be the cheapest of the three options because it is a lot more similar to make than regular bread. Over the past couple of weeks, as Corey displayed acts of kindness with his new friends, he realized that kindness always wins. Throughout 2026, the cafe turned out amazing and was successful. Corey, Macy, and Hank also made more friends as well, and they enjoyed the sanctification they were going through as they learned new things about the gospel.